creation18_WATP off the top of my head. Sorry if I got that wrong, Aaron. And I'm just going to quickly show you how easy it is to create your own number plate. In the background, you'll hear a couple of my friends, J-Mac and John Nick. John Nick, obviously, you know if you've watched the streams before on Wharped Drive. But J-Mac is a new friend to us, and we're currently debating popularity of liveries in the game. So boys, I'm going to say very little while you keep talking, and I'll just enter the ad comment as I'm doing what I'm doing on the screen.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so as I mentioned, if you did the original white over black or black over white HRT cars from the early 90s, those cars are 30 years old now. So, you know, like your Win Percy and Alan Gryce cars, they don't have the following from, say, a younger audience, you know, like in your late teens, early 20s audience, or people who have just gotten involved into the sport and just started watching it from the last couple of years. So. I reckon it would, personally. But you got to remember too, I mean, like I said with Sean, he's done a very broad range of liveries on his cars, because he goes for style and technique and complexity. Now, he's done a whole lot of work, a whole lot of good quality work on all of his cars, and he's gotten a following of around figure 800 followers. But I think what's happening is that 800 people have come in from a far wider range of audience that he's attracted, and they've come in and they've liked, say for example, 20% of his liveries at a time, whereas the liveries that I've done are primarily a much nicher theme. So they're classic Australian touring car racing replicas. That's, well, not so much a local market, just a more narrow market, a niche market. So I've attracted the same another batch of 800 people. I've found a formula that works and attracts a small amount of people, whereas Sean diverses his skills and tries to find people in all sorts of genres. I think that's what's happened. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think with the vast majority of the people on here, particularly in the last 12 months, so when we've had COVID, I'm pretty sure that the vast majority of the people that have entered the game in the last 12 months are fairly young people. I'm talking under 21 young. So, yeah. So I think at the one stage, the average age of the player was up around about, I think it was around about the 35 to 40 year mark. Well, yeah, probably. Well, probably, yeah. But I think in the last 12 months or 18 months, I've noticed there's been a huge injection of people coming in, and they've all got, you know, like 4 or 5 followers, for example. And I would dare say the vast majority of them are quite young. So they either don't know about older stuff, or they probably don't even, more likely don't care about it. So they would have a car that they like, a drift car, you know, say for example a Nissan 180SX, and they would look for a colour scheme that they like, and that's about it. I think detail, intricate detail, isn't really looked at a lot. So, which is why I think you can get away with doing popular wrap, getting a preset wrap as one decal and put it over the car, and away you go.
No, because in this version of the game, they took away the 360-degree camera. You used to be able to look at your own car 360 degrees, but now you can't.
Yeah.
Or someone broadcasts and you watch their broadcast, and then you can see the whole of your car. It's the other way.
So, anyway, that's my theory behind it all.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of accuracy in that.
Mind you, though, I mean, the deliveries that I do, and I've said this from the very beginning, they're deliveries that I wanted to do for me. So, if no one else tends to do a lot of the work that I've done. So, if I want to take that car onto the track, I have to make it myself, which is what I've done. So, and it just means that I have a library of old Australian, pre V8 supercar liveries at my disposal. I don't have to go around looking for them or go without them. So, and the scapes that I've done are the scapes that I wanted to do to my own appeal. I haven't gone out and tried to find an audience with it. They're just people have found it and they've liked it.
Okay, so what I'm doing here on the number plate for Aaron, who will mainly be watching this, so he can follow my lead, is I've effectively just grabbed all of the letter decals that I need, and there's a quick technique to doing that, and Aaron's there watching. Hey Aaron. Didn't even know he joined the broadcast. No, he's watching the broadcast. If he's got a microphone, we could probably invite him into our chat.
Not having a voice.
Oh, well, he's just watching to see how I do it. But anyway, welcome Aaron. Didn't see you pop in there. Too busy focusing on my alignment. Now I'm rushing because I'm not using any guidelines here and you can see I've already made a mistake because yeah, I know, you're right. Alright.
Change.
He's charging his headset so he can't join. Oh, cool. And they're intact?
Oh, Jesus. That sounds healthy.
Sounds like something like Bovril or something.
Are you just telling me that because I'm a redhead, or?
Wow.
So I reckon smash up that slab and keep digging, if you ask me.
Yeah, who knows what else you might find down there.
Wow.
Now I might have... So Aaron, what I've done is all this mess you can see in the middle here is just basically all of the decals being created. Now what I might have to do is I might have to shrink these a bit to get them to fit. So again, I'm trying to do this in a hurry, so I'm not using any guidelines or anything like that. But I can already tell that I need to go smaller to make this fit, and that might be about the size there I think I need. But you know, the outline that I did, I'll rewind a bit because you wouldn't have seen that. All it is basically just grabbing the square shape and make this smaller. And I've just done a blue, then duplicated it, shrunk it a tiny bit, then did the white, shrunk it a bit, then did the blue again. So again, very simple techniques to do this stuff. It's not incredibly difficult to make number plates. I know John doesn't do a lot of them, but he does do them. You want to add any tips for Aaron when it comes to doing a number plate, John, while I'm beavering away? Well, I would have said J-Mac if I was asking yours, but
yeah, I don't tend to have any real sort of flash technique or anything. I'll just make sure you find the right outline or the right decal according to what number plate you're trying to do. Like if it's a Victorian plate, use a Victorian plate outline and so forth, and just colour match the characters. I don't have any real sort of set formula. Just treat it as if any other decal, I suppose.
Alright, I'm actually going to redo this in a different way. I'm not going to remove anything, I'm just going to rework it because I just realised it's team 32V, so there's no chance of it fitting on one line. I have to do a double down. So I'm just going to move this down to maximise the room. One of the joys of doing a number plate is that you do have a very finite space to work in. And I say joy because if you look at it as a challenge, you just won't bother. Exactly. You should be watching this, J-Mac. It's good insight to know how much mucking around is actually involved when you bother to do a half-decent livery. The scary thing is that I've gone over, and I'm not going to save this because it's actually on my existing car, but what I was going to say is that the actual number plate that's behind this was actually more complicated than the one I'm doing for Aaron. Yeah, well, do I center it and do I do that above it? Or do I do team and then 32V? Okay, more resizing needed. Yeah, you like me. Cool. You can swim in it. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I'd never felt like I could draw good, but I can come up with all sorts of shit doing liveries, and I make all sorts of crap in Minecraft. And then I put it there. Yep. 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 Yep.
I must admit, apart from the liveries on Gran Turismo, and even then, a lot of them are replicas anyway. I've never really had a creative mind. I've never been able to sort of make something from scratch. Mind you, I can't really copy that stuff that much either, but. Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, it is, definitely. Definitely to visualise something like that before you make it.
It looks good, it's just all wrong. Well, I can only make do what I had, I suppose. I suppose. Never thought of it like that.
Now, you don't want Queensland at the top of this plate, do you, Aaron? What do you want? What state or letters for the plate do you want? I've got the Q at the top there. Oh, is he gone? He's gone. He's left the chat.
He's bored.
Yeah. Well, that's not a surprise.
Well, he's worked out. He's watched your technique on. I can do that. Just bug it off.
Yeah, probably. Why is it so? I will put this egg into a milk bottle. Then we will heat it. The natural pressure will force the egg out of the bottle. Like this Cadbury chocolate. Oh, do I what?
No.
Well, that was him. That was him.
Nah.
So now that I've done that...
It sounds like a really, really big Smurf, actually.
We made these bigger now. So I don't need to worry about the plate at the top. I don't know if you... It's just to show him how to do it, I guess, really, isn't it? So... Cool.
Should sell them.
Go publish them. Somebody might record them. Oh, he's back.
Must have got blue screened.
Yeah, I don't know. Got him going. Do you want me to put, Aaron, do you want me to put, sorry, J-Mac, do you want me to, I can push them back down again and put a local plate initials on the top if you want, like usually I put QLD for Queensland here, but if you want me like a county or something like that on the plate, I can fit it either on the left hand side going vertically down or up the top. But effectively that's your plate.
Gingy.
Wow. I'm guessing he's typing. It's probably going to be easier to put it at the side, so I might move the top line across this way in preparation for him to tell me that, yes, can you put these letters down the side, please? It's more like a Europe plate, isn't it? Just plain, please, mate. As few Nash team. Alright, so I'll leave it as it is then. I'm done. So to backtrack and just replicate what I did was really simple. In terms of create, I'll just go over the top of it to show you this first few quick things. So go into the other section, that's the first thing. So other. Yeah, no worries buddy, no worries. So go into other, go to rear in this case because I did the rear plate. Select your decal, just go to the square like this. Don't panic because it'll still be underneath. I'm not deleting the other stuff. I can always shrink it down inside the frame that's usually on a plate in most cars. In a minute I'll have it. There you go. Then spread it back out. Select your colour. Yeah. Then I just hit duplicate, and then I just pull the right joystick down a little bit on the controller, then pick the white to make the border that I just wanted to have, spread it back out a bit so it's even. No worries mate. Then just duplicate it again, shrink it down, and then resize it to fit so you have your border the size you want it. And then what I did was I then selected a decal, which again is just in here in the decals, and I think it was team, so I selected a T. And then what I did was I shrunk the T down to a rough size that I thought I'd need, which obviously was wrong in the initial phases, but I think I ended up with about a T that size. Now what you do is hit OK, go over to finish editing layer, then over here on the right I'm going to hit my triangle button, and that opens this menu up, and then I'm going to select duplicate layer, and I'm just going to repeat that, and just repeat that for the number of characters you need. This is the quickest way for you to do it. And then when you've got the number of characters that you need, it's just simply a case of again going down to the next character, so the T is the start, go to the character above it, which is number 90 in this case, hit your triangle button again, that'll bring up this menu again, and this time hit replace decal, go back into your letters and select the letter you want to replace, and then it changes it. Just, yeah, duplicate. No, not duplicate on reverse. See, it says duplicate layer just there in this menu. So you come into this menu, hit your triangle button, and it'll bring up this menu. Your duplicate on reverse is outside of here, and it's in when you're just in general decals. So if I hit bonnet and I go select that decal, now I can select duplicate on reverse, which is right there. So it's a different menu. I'm sure if you've seen this Honda, by the way. Now what I'll do is I'll take all that off so you can actually see the number plate that I covered over. Yeah, no reverse. You just duplicate layer in the actual layer list. So you've got to be in the layer list, select one of the, just move your mouse onto one of the decals, then hit your triangle button, and that will bring up that menu where it says duplicate layer. So that's duplicate layer. Alright, so now I'm going to remove all of that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in and peel these away so Aaron can actually see what was there, and then he'll appreciate that the number plate that I already had was actually as much as Aaron's wasn't easy. The one that it is underneath is actually way more complex. So there it is. Now I'm removing, this is just how you remove it quickly. Just delete layer at the top so you don't accidentally delete anything you don't want to. I'm going through this fast. About 10 more clicks things to go. Here we go. That's the number plate that was already there. So the reason that is tricky is that most of those letters were already in existence on the standard plate on this car. So I've effectively, and you can see here by the number of decals, there's 59 decals involved in making that number plate. But you can see where I've actually manipulated the letters to make them similar to the standard lettering. The H is the standard lettering. The O, the second O, is the standard lettering. The rest I had to try and create and copy to be like the standard letters used or typeset used in this number plate. So yeah, 59 decals later I'd achieved the Honda number plate. Alright, so hopefully, Aaron, that helps you make your number plate. You know, again, it's like anything, the more practice, the more times you do it, the easier you'll get at it, and the better you'll get at it, and you'll be knocking out number plates in no time. Alright, I'm going to end the broadcast now, Aaron. Hopefully you can just go and watch it. It's just called Wharped Drive Number Plate Creation, I think I called it, and it's got today's date on it, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. Yeah, we do look forward to seeing your Team 32V race car, Honda NSX or road car, whatever it is. Yeah, you wouldn't have seen this. Are you watching the broadcast, J-Mac, or are you just listening to me? Okay. This is on YouTube, yeah. I'll just take a screenshot of this car when I finish the broadcast. No worries, Aaron. You too, mate. See you in a car show or in a room soon. Maybe even tonight. Or today, your time. Oh, he's got it on charge. That's alright. Cool. Alright, well, I'm going to end the broadcast now. Thanks to everybody for watching. Please like, subscribe and follow. And hopefully this was of some use to you GT sporters out there. Cheers now.